Hello and welcome in. My name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot. Hang on, I'm just going to put this fire hazard out without trying to blow too much ash everywhere. It's just some Palo Santo. God, I love the smell of Palo Santo. Well, I love the smell of burning sage as well, but it does make a lot of ash on my lovely table. Okay, so let's see what we've got for you today. I hope you're having a lovely... I'm off work, so I can't remember what day it is. Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? All days feel like weekend days because I take my dog out for a big walk in the morning. Okay, so we're going to start with... Do we want to start with this one? Oops. Okay. So this is the Oracle Shadow and Light. Yeah, I think I want to start with this one. I'll keep the book out for this one. Sometimes I need a little bit of clarification on the meaning of the cards. It's usually obvious from the energy, but sometimes I like to understand the deeper meaning. Oh, where did I put my spectacles? I did bring them up. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. I apologise. I'll grab my spare glasses. They're here. Must have put these clean. Oh gosh, these are filthy. Right, I'm going to be classic nerd with filthy glasses. There we go. We've got Fairy of the Divine Hand, Intoxication, Distorted View, and Overindulgence. Okay, it's an interesting card to come out. Oh, that one flipped right over. Death in the Maiden, and we had this last time. Invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. Okay, this is some pretty heavy energies coming out here. Okay. Well, do you know, when I pulled this deck out, there was a card in the reverse, and I thought, I'm not going to upright it, I'm going to leave it, and it's the card that's in the reverse that's come out. So we've got Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn in the reverse. Okay, I'm going to have a look and see the meaning of this one. So that is 23. The other two are fairly self-explanatory. So in the upright, this beautiful angel appears when something new is on the horizon. She's the colour of dawn. And she waits for you to become aware of these wonderful possibilities. When she appears, it is a sign that many wonderful coincidences, events, friendships, and changes you've been longing for are about to arrive at last. Wake up and ready yourself. Okay, so this is in the reverse. In the upright, there have been times recently when you felt you've lost your spark and that your physical body has been exhausted, almost as if you were born tired. It's been a long night of the soul. But now I'm here to let you know that not only has the worst passed, the best is on the horizon. It's faint and it's gathering energy, but it's on its way. So in the reverse, this is a really bleak energy that's coming out. It's really kind of bleak. It's almost like there's no end in sight. Okay. Okay, this might not be the collective's energy. This could be someone you know or a situation. So let's just keep going. Let's not get bogged down by the heavy energy coming out. It's usually really uplifting, like a top level kind of journey. This is one of my favourite quotes. What's life without a little risk? So that's quoting Sirius Black from well, it's J.K. Rowling. I can't remember which book that's in. Is it the third one? The fifth one, it's oh gosh, Order of the Phoenix. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. What's interesting is the pen on that is the same colour as this Violet Angel who's in the reverse. Why am I getting the feeling there's someone here stuck in trauma? Someone who's been traumatized, but they're stuck in their trauma and they can't see any end in sight, not even a speck on the horizon. This might not be you. It could be someone you're involved with. So don't take that heavy energy to heart right now. Right, let's take some Dark Moon oracles. I might need the book for this one as well. I might do 2 readings today since I'm off work. I've done my big dog walk this morning. Okay, we've got Revelations in the reverse. I had this one come out last time. I'll check the meaning of that. I might see if I can squeeze in 7 today, actually, rather than 5. Limerence on its side. If this with the circular ones, if it's on its side, it's neither in the upright or the reverse. I always take it as going from the reverse to the upright. Since limerence is not necessarily a good thing, you might be going from the upright to the reverse in this instance. So let's see how the cards play out, and then we'll take a read on them. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, we'll take this one. Matangi. Okay, I'm going to need the book for this one. There's a girl sitting here with her eyes closed, looking very zen, playing what looks like a sitar. I'm going to take this one as well. Communication in the reverse. I'm guessing that's block communication. And then what else have I got? This one here as well. Let's take this one. Black Madonna in the reverse. I can only fit in 5. Okay. So we've got 3 in the reverse, 1 in the upright, and 1 side on. Okay. I'm just going to have a quick look at Revelations just to see if the meaning is what I think the energy it's giving me. Truth is breaking through the clouds in the upright. So when this card comes up, you're in the dark about something, but that can and will change. So in the reverse, you've either been enlightened about something, or you're in the dark about something, you're going to remain in the dark about something. Given the heavy energy that's coming out here, I'm taking it more somebody's going to remain in the dark about something. I don't feel that this is a collective energy. I feel like it's someone you know. Okay, we've got limerence on its side. So this is possibly someone you were in limerence with, or who was in limerence with you. And they're going from limerence to not being in limerence. So it's taking those rose-tinted spectacles off. Right, Matangi. I have no idea what this one is. My magical expression. Okay. Okay, Matangi comes from the Hindu pantheon and is the lesser-known dark tantric form of the goddess of language and music. Lovely. Saraswati. Oh, that's her name, Saraswati. Sorry. Not very good at reading with punctuation. Do apologise. Her Veena represents the harmonious connection to music and the flow of expression and creativity through sound. A sword at her feet symbolises the clarity and precision needed in communication to cut through confusion and negativity. Getting a little bit of an Ace of Wands vibe to this one, which is like about your creative spark and using creativity to express yourself. Okay. Communication in the reverse, I mean, I think that's pretty straightforward. And then with Black Madonna, now I have had Black Madonna before, but I've got terrible short-term memory issues. So in the upright, it's about selflessness. Oh, okay. So in the reverse, it might be more about being selfish, and that's not always a bad thing. The Black Madonna is an expression of the Virgin Mary depicted in paintings and statues as a woman with dark skin. Her essence is aligned with Cancerian energy. It is very common in New Age self-help teachings to remind people, especially women, that they need to put themselves first sometimes. However, this card carries the opposite message. It's asking you to remember that as important you are, someone else in your life needs help. Well, since this is in the reverse, I'm taking that as you do need to put yourself first. And you need to find a creative outlet, because this is a lot of heavy energy over here. I'm interested by this what's life without a little risk, though. Okay, I'm going to take some from the Green Witches Oracle deck. This is one of my favourite decks. When I first got it, I thought, I'm never going to use this deck. And I absolutely love it now. It's just such fabulous vibes from it. So let's see if we can get a little bit of what's going on with this journey here. So, planning, setting intentions, optimism. on Revelations in the reverse. Okay, that's given me, maybe it was my first interpretation of Revelations in the dark. So you know about something. It's not you're about to become aware of something, you are aware of something. So we've got planning, setting intentions, and optimism. Okay, well, that's the first kind of positive energy I've got coming out here. Okay, tell me about limitance. Going from being limited to not. Cleansing, purification, hydration. Okay. I get the feeling that this person feels very stuck. They're never going to change. And if you've had to walk away from people in your life, it is almost a feeling of defeat, which is an understanding that it doesn't matter how much you explain how this person's hurting you, they're not going to change. Their view of you, how they treat you, is their choice to make, and all you can do is remove your energy from them. And this may be exactly that, but let's see. Tell me about Matangi, which is expressing yourself. Her. Safety, comfort, spiritual connection. Fantastic. That's a lovely, really warm energy coming from that card. On top of Matangi, it feels like whatever this was, and if this is another person, or it might even just represent a situation or a way of being or a way of people treating you. Not clear yet, and it'll probably come out in the tarot. This is fantastic energy. You've really centered yourself. You found a way to creatively express yourself, however that is. It doesn't need to be through music. It can be through writing, poetry. Well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Sorry, I'm sleepy. However you creatively express yourself, through dance, whatever. Yeah, you're finding safety, comfort, and spiritual connection through that, and it kind of was almost connecting to yourself. I know it's too many. Not for me. That one. Buds, new beginnings and expansion, on top of communication in the reverse. So to me, something's ended. Someone's blocked. There's a no contact situation here. And to me, it looks like you're moving on. You found a way to express yourself creatively. You've refound your center in yourself, and you're going into expansion. I mean, expansion's like 3 of Wands energy there. And then with the Black Madonna in the reverse. So, and the upright is about selflessness. In the reverse, it's about putting yourself first. It's about being your own Ace of Cups and filling your cup up. B, community, cooperation, sweetness. Okay. A little bit of a juxtaposition in those cards there. Maybe not. I mean, you can still put yourself first and collaborate with other people and cooperate with them and still be nice and still say no and have really healthy boundaries. I mean, all my friends, like, some of them can just literally see my social battery depleting, and they're like, "It's okay, you can go. You know, you don't need to stay till X time or whatever you put in your head. You can go sooner than that." I kind of brought out the True King cards, and I'm not sure why I did, but since this is kind of such a dark energy here, I'm going to just pull them out, see if we can pull a bit more out about what this situation was here. I don't normally put, I mean, I've got so many Oracle decks, and I tend to pick similar ones. I do have a lot of romance ones, and romance never seems to come out. Right, we had regret pop out, but it's flipped upside down. I feel that you're not in regret, or this person or situation or the other people, however, it's going to come out, and it might not, the energy's not showing itself right now. You're not in regret, or they're not in regret, or possibly both. Homicide. Okay. This doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, what it says. This could just be somebody who's trying, I get the feeling it's more about somebody trying to assassinate your character. It's possibly somebody was in limerence with you. And as they came out of limerence, as narcissists are known to do, or, you know, they've gone through the love bombing stage, and they start to flip the script and they come out of limerence, they can just begin to chip away at you and assassinate your character. Or vice versa, once a narcissist, I don't know why I'm getting narcissist coming out in this one, it's just what came to mind. Once a narcissist mask starts to slip, it's easy for them, you know, they end up assassinating their own character in front of you. Got mountains here. That's interesting. Normally I see this card as like a challenge to overcome, but in this one, given we've got what's it called, Matangi and Heart, Safety Current Spiritual Collection, I'm more getting it feeling like you're at the top of the mountain. And you know, if you've never climbed a mountain or climbed it, most people have climbed a hill, but if you've never climbed like a really big mountain and gone to the top, there is a kind of feeling of satisfaction when you get, and you just feel like you're on top of the world and you can see for miles around you and you've achieved something as well. And that is the feeling I'm getting from this. It's like you're at the top of the mountain. You can see for miles around, you can see clearly. And it's just a real sense of peace. So whatever happened here in the middle, this is the collective's energy. So I kind of stopped mid-sentence there. I've got a habit of doing that. I do apologise. I'm talking to you in my head. I'm just not saying it out loud. Hidden. So something going on behind the scenes. So got a no contact situation here or blocked, whatever. Take it as it resonates. There's somebody you're not in communication with, but there's something going on behind the scenes. They're maybe talking about your new beginning, your expansion, your growth, how you're different. You're not how you used to be. For real. I don't know if you can see that. There's a skeleton in the ground. Kind of giving me the energy of the death card there. Just whatever it is, it's over. You putting yourself first. And you not putting yourself first is over. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's lots of situations where we can't put ourselves first, where we have responsibilities, but in general, you've learned to take time for yourself. You've learned to expressively create yourself. You know what makes you feel connected in terms of safety, comfort, and spiritual connection, as in this Hearth card. And those days are over of not taking time for yourself. I'm gonna go with the Crow Tarot first. What's up there? I kind of flipped that around. It's two. I'm not going to take them. Just one, please. Not that one. The Magician. So you're manifesting. I feel this is your energy rather than somebody being manipulative. I'm getting the feeling that you're not in sadness and regret and you're manifesting. What are you manifesting? This might be why you're getting character assassinated. We've got King of Pentacles here, possible earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Pentacles is stable, abundant, a leader, practical, reliable, good with his money. Can be a he or she. Take the gender as it resonates. I get the feeling these two cards, this is definitely your energy. Let me see. Nope. That one. Ace of Cups. Right in the middle of the reading. Absolutely fantastic. Self-love. There's a crow standing on the edge of the cup, and there's flames all around it. And the cup is well and truly overflowing, which is fantastic. It's almost as if a crow's drinking from the cup. So it's fantastic. Really, really good. Coupled with that mountains card that it's sitting on top of, that's a fabulous energy. The energy right down the middle of the reading is fantastic. Do you know, this doesn't necessarily, these first 3 cards that came out, doesn't necessarily have to be someone else or your relationship with someone else. It could have been how you were in the past. And maybe you thought, and having been through a dark night of the soul and, you know, being traumatized many times as a child, often with internal pain and healing, you just feel that there's no end in sight. Like it's never going to end. Because it's not like one you just have a cry and then one day, the next day you wake up and you're healed. It doesn't work that way. It's a really long process to recover from trauma and look at some uncomfortable truths and work through them and work through the pain and accept things. And it's possible that this was you once, but it's not you anymore. This is the collective's energy now. Because I always take the middle as kind of like present where we are. And then this doesn't need to be past and future. This can just be things that are happening around you that affect you. But here we had intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. So you could have overindulged in the past in alcohol or other substances. You possibly allowed people to invade your boundaries, violate your boundaries, dominate you, invade your space. And, you know, if you were brought up to abandon yourself and you think that's the way life is, then it is natural not to think that there's any end in sight. But clearly you've done the work and you're here now and you're practicing self-love, which is fantastic. I mean, these experiences were co-created. If you feel this is resonating with you rather than a person in your life, you know, somebody else traumatized you to make you think, or, you know, taught you that was a way of being. And oh, I was going to say something that's gone from my head. I'm so sorry. I had a point. Oh, lovers in the reverse. Gemini energy. I'll come back to that. I did have something else I wanted to say. Lovers in the reverse. Okay, definitely there's been a breakdown of a relationship. Probably romantic. You're not in communication with this person, or if you are, it is limited communication. So if you share children, for example, it might just be completely functional, nothing more. But there's something hidden. You're having a new beginning. Yeah, possibly you're both, excuse me, you're possibly both having a new beginning, but there's something hidden. Maybe you don't talk about it. Maybe you don't tell this ex what's going on. Depends if you share children or if not. If you don't share children, then you're just not communication. That's it. So, lovers in the reverse. But you are absolutely sitting in your Ace of Cups energy, which is fantastic. This one. Wheel of Fortune. That coming out on top of Burial. That to me is about ending cycles. Ending... It's more the wheel of... more the world. With Burial on top of it. Oh, okay. So you're putting yourself first, sitting in your Ace of Cups energy, but still being sweet and working with your community, cooperating, you know, it's not like you've mega hermited and you've shut everyone out of your life. That's not what you've done. And sometimes when you start putting yourself first, it can feel like that's what you're doing, because the people who don't like you having boundaries will disappear from your life or create a fuss about it. But this feels to me that by doing that, you're putting an end to any bad karma, or you've healed any karma you have. I mean, karma doesn't always have to be bad, you know, it's just a lesson. But feels like you've changed your fortune because of it. And maybe at some point you were very much on the bottom of the wheel, and that wheel you have, by practicing self-love, filling your cup up, putting yourself first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. That is slowly rotated that wheel of fortune. And at this here, when you there's no nothing in sight, somehow you found yourself here. And then when you look back, this is because there's really dark energy coming from over here. It's amazing. And if this is you, and you've come out of this, like say this is your teenage years and you're now, 40s, 50s, well done. Absolutely well done for working through that and taking the hard path. So many people just sit in this energy for their entire life and would rather, make other, devil energy in the reverse. I didn't know any of these were in there. This is a brand new deck. Devil energy in the reverse. That's really good on top of the magician. Because the magician's about manifesting, but the devil in the reverse is about letting go of addictions, codependencies, toxic behaviors, and all of that things. And hang on. Sorry, it's such a big what? Yeah, I'm sorry, I've lost my words. I'm just tired from my walk with Luna this morning. For those who don't know, she's my German Shepherd and she's 6 years old and she requires a lot of walking. And when I'm off work, I take her for a big walk in the morning. And now, just like I could do a wee nap. So we've got the devil in reverse on top of the magician, which is really good combination. Like there's like powerful manifesting of it's almost like power. You don't always have to take that combination of cards this way, but the energy that's coming out is its powerful manifestation of releasing all of those things. And we had cleansing, purification, and hydration here. I mean, planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So at some point, you just started focusing on yourself, focusing on that, letting go of those devil energies. I've got five of Pentacles on top of the King of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Oh, okay. So if there is another person in your life that you're letting go of, and I feel that there is somebody that you've blocked communication with, and you have to let go of the people that don't serve you, and they're not for your highest and greatest good. This person or people the people who tried to assassinate your character in the past, you've cleansed yourself, you've purified yourself of them, and they're out in the cold or they put you out in the cold. Either way, there's no love lost here. Take it as it resonates, and it's fine. I mean, it's painful. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't painful, but it's it's needed for you to reach your highest timeline. 5 of Swords. So there's 2 swords on the ground. There's a crow holding 2 swords, and there's another crow with an Ace of Swords dangling downwards. So 5 of Swords is about, I see it as kind of like emotional abuse with words, or words, cutting words that can lead to pain and hurt and suffering. That's interesting because this is such an amazing energy all the way down. And then I've got the 5 of Swords. What's interesting though is the Ace of Swords is pointing downwards, and the crow that's holding the 2 swords, they're pointing downwards. And the Ace of Swords in the upright is about truth and clarity. In the reverse, it's about lies, deceit, lack of clarity. 2 swords upright is about lack of clarity and being unable to make a decision. Downwards, that's about clarity. So there's a real kind of opposite energies from this card. It's giving me a little bit of 5 of Wands energy, which is like almost like internal conflict between being able to see the truth and not being able to see the truth, but not wanting to believe the truth. It's almost like inner conflict with thoughts. Okay, I need more clarification on this one because on its own in this middle line, which was fantastic energy, it's strange. I mean, we do have the Lovers in the reverse in the next one, so it's probably to do with this relationship that's ended, with which there's blocked communication. It could just be that you were met again, because we've got homicide here, which is you know, I took his character assassination. It could just be that you were met with harsh words because you were practicing self-love. You know, words that come to mind are selfish, ungrateful. God, those are triggering me just to say them out loud. Self-centered. And there's a difference between those things and practicing self-love, which is you have to care for, to be able to care for others and pour from a full cup, you have to be able to care for yourself first. And you can't stretch yourself for other people to keep them comfortable. And if you do, you eventually burn yourself out. So this Ace of Cups was maybe met with choice words from the people around you. And I'm getting that energy kind of around here and, you know, the end of communication with people. Page of Wands, on top of the Lovers in reverse. I'm going to take another card before I interpret that one. I can interpret that one about 3 different ways here. All of which would be valid. Let's see if we can just get a little bit more combination on this card. Could be that you were in a relationship with the Page of Wands. Possible fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page energy is not good. The world. Do you know, when that Wheel of Fortune that it's sitting on top came out, I was interpreting it like the world. It gave me such a world energy because I had Burial, then the Wheel of Fortune, and I was like, oh, that's like ending cycles. And I was like, that's really the World's card, and the World's card's coming on top of it. I knew you were ending cycles. I knew it. So that's really, really good. You putting yourself first, being the Black Madonna in the reverse, absolutely is just ending cycles, ending karmic cycles, and putting, oops, well, that's Burial on the floor. I'm not going to go and get it, but I was just going to hold it up. And I was just going to say, imagine I'm holding the card here and there's a skeleton on it. A skeleton. Oh, I just love being silly. I forget what I was saying now. He's just putting a permanent ending to that person you used to be has gone. This person, if this is you and this is resonating with you and this is, I'm getting a really dark, depressive energy from this, you know, and it's possibly how you see your past a long time ago. You put a permanent end into that, and by that you're ending cycles and you've turned that Wheel of Fortune round to the upright. You'll never be, because with the Burial that I've dropped on the floor and I wanted to hold it up again, you'll never be in this state again, ever, because you've learned to love yourself and you've learned how to drag yourself by the fingertips out of this kind of way of being and thinking into this. And by that, you're just, yeah, it's fantastic. Right, I'm just going to pop these back in this box. Is this the bottom of the box? Yeah, it is. Just to save me doing it later. Let's take, do we want Ethereal Bloom or do we want Tarot of the Divine? Let's do Ethereal Bloom. These cards are quite pretty. They're really popular at the moment. I've noticed a number of my favourite readers have got these cards. And they're so pretty. They're really lovely. They're very kind of romantic fantasy kind of vibe from them. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, on top of the Devil in the reverse. So in the upright, certainly with this one, because the 2 of Pentacles has lots of different means. It's about making a choice. It can be about juggling, weighing up your options. And this one, she's kind of holding them equally. And with some of the 2 of Pentacles cards I've had, I get quite a strong Temperance energy from it, which is kind of almost like balance. So it's about balancing out these 2 things. In the reverse, not a lack of balance. I need another card. What card's coming out in the reverse today? Oops. 10 of Swords kind of flipped onto its side. That's interesting. I'm going to take it on its side. neither upright nor in the reverse. 10 of swords in the upright is 10 swords in your back that you are not getting up from. In the reverse, those 10 swords have fallen out your back. On the side, I'll take it somewhere in between. It's maybe been a challenge to get those 10 swords out of your back. Again, got character assassination here. Whoever tried to assassinate your character really tried to do you dirty, I think. 10 swords is something you shouldn't be able to get up from. But clearly, you've gone from this to this, which means you have. Which is the, I was going to say, which is the best revenge you can have, but revenge isn't a word I like, but it's the best thing you can do is not let anybody who's ever tried to tear you down. All you can do is move on, be indifferent, and just move on and live your life and be happy. 9 of Cups. Oh, fantastic. Right on top of this middle line, which is such a good energy, bar this 5 of Swords. This 5 of Swords is kind of an unusual energy. 9 of Cups is about independent happiness. Kind of just finding... Again, you've gone from the Ace to the 9, but the 9 is kind of I was going to say self-satisfaction. That's not the right word. Self-love. It's the happiness you find on your own. You're independent on. You're independent on. I'm not doing words very well. I feel like I'm not making sense. 6 of Cups even on top of this Page of Wands. Oh yeah, I never went back to that Page of Wands, did I? This Page of Wands is somebody from your past. Not surprisingly, since we've got no communication here, but they're in the past now. And you maybe still think fondly of them, but you're not in liminence with them anymore. Or if you are in liminence, you're not. That's not going to last. 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior. Yeah. 10 of Swords didn't get you down. Wounded Warrior is about... hang on. Wounded Warrior is still fighting. Can still standing to tell their tale. I feel like my words are not. But do you ever just like... It's the same as when you look at a word and you're like, is that spelled correctly? Like, I'm just wondering if my words are making sense because I feel really tired right now. It's far too many. Wounded Warrior. You've still got fight in you. If anybody tries to take you down, you're going to go kicking and screaming, put it that way. I tell you about this 2 Pentacles in the reverse. I'm not 100% sure. This weird energy over here with this 2 Pentacles in the reverse and this 10 of Swords on its side. Ace of Wands. Ooh. Okay. So this, what's it called? Matangi. I keep wanting to say Matari. I knew that wasn't right. This Matangi card gave me kind of Ace of Wands kind of vibe, which is kind of like a new beginning, but you've got a new creative spark, a new spark of fire within your soul. It can be a passionate new beginning as well. I'm not necessarily... It's more like you've got... I had such a kind of dark energy with these 3 initial cards that came out with this no hope in sight. This is like you getting your spark back, your fire back, that fire in your belly, and a bit of passion for life again. Just by yourself, without... And shedding people as you go. 6 of Wands. Yeah. I love that. I love that because this 10 of Swords was, whatever it was meant to take you down. Somebody tried to assassinate your character. They tried to take you down. But you're victorious. You pulled all 10 of those swords out. With your Ace of Wands, your fire. Blimmin' neck. I'm impressed. You're a fighter. Whoever this might reading's for. 10 of Cups on top of the 9 of Cups. Oh, that's just lovely. There's such a nice energy. Because over here was just such a dark energy. And then we've just got the Matangi, Earth, Hearth even. Mountain, Ace of Cups, 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is... You've been through all the cups. You've experienced every emotion. Ten of Cups is like ultimate happiness, usually with someone else. So this Ace of Wands could be a passionate new beginning with somebody. Maybe you thought you would never be in a relationship with someone else, ever. And yeah, this is a really, I think you're maybe as surprised as I am coming out in this reading. That's what it feels like. You might just be as equally surprised as I am that energy's come out, because this whole reading has been about the collective and going from a dark place to really kind of practicing self-love, and then going from the 9 to the 10 of Cups, which is fantastic. Strength. Told you. You are unstoppable. Leo energy. It's taken a lot to get here. And then I've got the Knight of Pentacles coming out. Oh, he's a good looking Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles can be about strategy planning, but he's or patterns. Could be about patterns, because with the Wheel of Fortune and the World come out, which is about ending cycles, ending patterns, ending, behavioral patterns. With the Knight of Pentacles, I just feel that this has been a long time coming. He has the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he plants seeds as he goes. And you finding this 10 of Cups has been a long time coming, and I think it was such a feeling of surprise when that card came out, and I feel like it was almost like a surprise to you. And if this relationship hasn't come along, it's just going to pop out of nowhere, and you're not going to, it's going to shock you as much as it shocked me, and it's going to be quite passionate as well. So, use protection. Sorry. But the Knight of Pentacles, which I feel is kind of like your energy, actually. Again, possible earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You going from this to this and healing yourself and planting each of those pentacles means that for, tomorrow or the day after, the investment of taking that time to work on yourself will pay off, which is absolutely fantastic. Which just kind of compounds that Wheel of Fortune and the World coming out, and then this 9 of Wands as well. Absolutely fantastic energy. I'm just going to ask for a little bit of clarification about this King of Pentacles over here. So I don't know if this is you or someone else, because it came out on top of the Homicide card. So let's have, which I took as character assassination, but take it as it resonates. Occupation. Okay. Female in the reverse. Expectation. I'm going to take one more. Is that 2? Courtship. Let's take one more. Sorry, guys. Bad health in the reverse. Okay, this pink King of Pentacles isn't you. This is someone else. This person might have tried to assassinate your character at your place of work, because with occupation come out here. I think they maybe tried to paint you as a female in the reverse. If you're female, take it as it resonates. This could be a female in the reverse. Take it how it resonates. We've got expectation. This person was expecting. What were they expecting? Because we've got courtship and then bad health in the reverse. Is this person expecting you to get fired? Because we've got Five of Pentacles here, which is lack. But it's also been out in the cold. Bad health in the reverse and courtship. This person tried to trash your reputation and they were expecting you, but they didn't get what they expected because you're fine and you're going to meet your 10 of Cups. Their energy isn't on this table. And they're expecting you to be in bad health, but you're not. You're fine. I don't think the cards are going to tell me much more about this person, possibly because there's just it will resonate differently with each viewer if this reading's resonating with you at all. It's not telling me anything about this new energy as well, this new 10 of Cups. It's just it's keeping it vague. So I'm not going to ask any more because it's probably just going to end up confusing me because they like to do that when you over ask questions. So thank you for listening. If you are one of my returning 45 subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate any comments, likes, subscribes, hypes. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much. I like that it's nice just not talking into the void. So, if you're new here, I had a really, really bad 2025 and watching tarot and being part of that community on YouTube really, really helped me and supported me during a really difficult time. And I'm just here to kind of just give back. And if I can just make one person kind of resonate with what I'm reading and kind of give them some kind of understanding or just make someone not feel alone for half an hour, then that's my job here is done. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, right, bye bye.